Was the great Zezima a role model back in the day? Well, back in 2007 on the Cartoon Network's New Generation, he made it on the list for the biggest role models. And the article on the wiki that I'll link down below leads to a 404 screen, and I could not find it on the Wayback Machine, but I remember seeing the article back in the day, and I actually made a video back in the day on this topic, which we'll be looking at later. But was Zezima a role model? Probably in a bad way to some people. Like, think of like Link's Titan and going for all max skills. Would that be a thing without the original going for a max skill guy in Zezima? But people definitely looked up to him. Did you ever see him in game? Because I remember seeing him in game, and I think I talk about that in my video, so I'm excited to hear how I saw him in game, because I can't quite remember, but I think it was at Edgeville. So if I was right about that, that'd be pretty cool. But if you ever saw him in game or talked to him, leave a comment down below and let me know. A little background on Zezima, and all of this is from the wiki, the RS fandom wiki page, so I'll leave the link down below, but go to that with an ad blocker on, because it is a little rough on the old PC without one, and you have to take all the info with a little grain of salt. But a lot of this info has been the information that's been passed around through RuneScape players since back on the recess days. So anyways, so Zezima started back in 2001 when a friend showed him the game, and it just clicked for him, and that's the end of the story for him. No, I'm just kidding. But some notable achievements by him: he was the first one to get 99 Slayer when Slayer was released, and he was also the first person to 1 billion XP, which I'm halfway to a billion on RuneScape, which is insane. And I've been playing for a pretty long time, and the XP rates back then were like 1/4 of what they are now, which leads to what made him want to quit the game. So the quote that came out from why he wanted to quit the game was, and I quote, "It was getting progressively easier over time," end quote, and that the sense of accomplishment in what he worked for had to achieve was lost, which I can understand that feeling too, because my RS3 account was getting close to being maxed, and after you could buy bonus XP, that feeling of like getting achievements and stuff just was gone. You could go for the max, but it just felt weird. But later on, he did come back and get 99 divination on RS3, and he won 12 seasonal high scorer competitions, which is pretty incredible. That was up until 2016. The wiki's not too updated, so you have to take all this with a little bit of grain of salt. And he also achieved 200 mil and 27 skills and a 5.4 billion total on January 21st of 2016. And all this is in the wiki, and I'll leave the wiki down below. The wiki is really fun to go through if you like to look at old RuneScape players. I just was like, where to find good Zezima info? And there's here, and yeah, that's pretty interesting. So check it out down below. And now we're gonna get into reacting to my RuneScape Zezima a role model commentary video from October 24th, 2012. Has 209 views, and it also has a link to the wiki that I'm talking about now. So we're going to jump into it. Disclaimer, the audio might slightly change because I'm going to be doing live commentary for this part. Alright, it's time for us to react to my RuneScape Zezima role model commentary video. So here we go. Time for the cringe 2. Well, hello YouTube, what's up? It's ILoveTV2 here, and I'm coming to you today with kind of like a random RS vlog and something I thought was kind of cool. RS vlog, baby. And in the background, as you can see, I'm killing mutated Jadinko guards. I have 189 left, and like within 10 kills, I got another effigy, which was awesome. But yeah, the topic I'm talking about today is, the other day, I was watching a live stream from RuneShark. I caught the very end of it, and he went to a place called RuneShark. That's an old name. They deleted all of their stuff off RuneScape. I should try to do a video on them, but it's hard to because they don't have anything out there anymore. They kind of just wiped their old history. Called RuneScape Player Wiki, and I was like, RuneScape Player Wiki, I've never heard of that before. I'm gonna go check it out. So I like went and Googled it, and like it's a Wikipedia, like an RS Wiki page of like famous RuneScape players and like a little bit about them. So I looked up Zezima. I mean, like, who wouldn't look up Zezima? And little did I know, he was voted in 2008 by a Cartoon Network poll as like a top child. So I said 2007. It says 2007 now on the wiki, but I said 2008 back then. So who knows? Childhood. It's Wikipedia. Role model? Like, I was like, no way. Like, a video game player. Because, I mean, he was the #1 player in RuneScape for a while. He was, like, the most well-known player ever, I'm guessing.
even people who start playing today probably are like, oh, yeah, I knew about this game because a guy named Zezima or Zezima. But I was like, holy crap, someone
Zezima. Sounds like a skin condition.
who plays RuneScape for, not for a living, but for fun. Enough kids voted for him to be recognized as one of the most influential or role model people in like their lives. I was like, holy crap, that is awesome. Awesome in the sense, like, I never thought that would even be possible. Like, he's just a person. Like, that's like voting, let's see, in current terms, it'd be like, who's, like, Hutch. Being like, yeah, Hutch is my...
Yeah, so that's Hutch from, like, the old Call of Duty and Machinima Respawn days. If
my favorite role model, I'm gonna vote him for president. Him having enough votes to be considered like 10th place as a presidential election type thing. Like, sorry about that. Some stupid thing always pops up on my computer when I restart it, and I had to restart my computer because my mic wasn't registering. So I gotta make sure it's registering now. Yeah, it is. So it made my screen go white and cut off the recording. Let's talk about, like, if Hutch got enough votes for, like, presidency that he got, like, considered something. I mean, that's, like, it's crazy how just e-fame, if you want to call it that, can make someone famous like that. But I remember back in the day, like, running around RS and randomly you'd see Zezima or Zezima, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Zezima because that's what I've always called him. Like, running around in the bank at Varrock, you'd be like, that's the #1 player. And
okay, I do remember that because I was in the Varrock West Bank and he was just chilling there banking, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the #1 guy.
It would be like the coolest thing ever. I've seen him, I saw him a couple times back in the day, and that was about it. I'm going to claw spec this. Oh,
I feel like
epic double claw.
I feel like I saw him in Edgeville once, but I probably am mistaken that for a video. We'll find out.
Oh wow, it's like my first failed claw spec of the day doing Slayer, and I've gotten like 200k Slayer XP. Wait, did that just like lag through? No, it didn't. But anyways, yeah, I just want to make a commentary about that. I saw it last night and I was like, holy crap. I'll link the RS Wiki thing in the description below. If I forget, I'm going to punch myself in the gut on cam. No, I won't forget. But yeah, I know these aren't really the most interesting.
All right, I'm gonna end it right there because that's a good spot to end that. So that's the live commentary part, but not the end of the video. We're gonna jump back into the other part. My opinion of him back then was it was pretty cool that a guy that was just the #1 player in RuneScape was recognized as a role model by people just because he was known for that. This is pre-social media days, so to be known as top of a leaderboard player and enough kids to be like, yeah, that guy's a role model for me, because RuneScape was very popular back then, especially with kids, so it got recognized. And that was very popular with like younger millennials and older Gen Zers. I don't know, I think that's the main age group, which kind of makes me worried to who they would pick for their role model now. Probably something like Shrek in overalls. It was also interesting because even with all the e-fame and stuff, when he had a YouTube channel, he didn't post many RuneScape videos, if any at all. Like, he does not have the YouTube channel anymore that I could find. But I remember there being like maybe speed runs of like Mario levels and like fun orb games and stuff like that, but he didn't have RuneScape videos like fastest way to train construction or this is how I got 99 Slayer. He could have probably been a pretty decent sized YouTuber, and if I remember correctly, he had roughly about 40,000 subs, and back in the 2010 days 40,000 subs was huge, especially for RuneScape YouTubers. He was probably a top 5 RuneScape YouTuber back in the day. And I remember in his description he had something about the day he got married, and I don't know if that was a real marriage or a marriage on RuneScape, or if marriages on RuneScape back in the day were legally binding. Maybe they were. I don't know. I wasn't there. No, they definitely weren't. Anyways, this wasn't any deep dive on Zezima or anything. This was just oh yeah, I forgot I made a Zezima's role model video. I'll talk about that for a little bit type video. But if you want more of a deep dive on them or something, leave a comment down below, leave a like, and well, anyways, that's all I've got for you today. I'm Jeff. Subscribe for more. Check out this video, and I think you're really, really awesome. Yeah, I really do. I don't know who you are yet, but like, get to know me, and I bet I think you're awesome because I already think you're awesome. See you next time. Bye.